Facebook ads or Google ads, which one actually makes you more money? Both platforms can generate insane results and are used by brands that are huge all over the world. So I decided to take $13,000 and run an experiment to compare which one of those two platforms is the ultimate profit driver for small e-commerce businesses. The results will blow your mind and will actually change how you see ads forever. Okay guys, so the question that every single small e-commerce brand should be asking themselves is, where will my money work better, right? If I invest $1, where am I gonna get the best results in terms of return on investment for my money? So this is a case study, kind of like this is an experiment, a test we did in January 2025. And these are real numbers from one of our in-house brands. The vertical is in home decor and living, all of that vertical. So we grabbed $13,000 and we invested it in a way that we thought was the best, right? And you know how that is. You start spending at the beginning of the month and then you start scaling a bit on one channel and you start testing the waters, right? Turns out that these numbers came out. So our target ROAS for these two channels combined is of 1.8. So we actually achieved this, but you can clearly see some interesting stuff right off the bat, right? What you can see here, I'm gonna just zoom in this document for a minute, is that Facebook spent $11,000 at a ROAS of 1.42, but Google, just spending $2,000, generated a significant amount of revenue. That's a lot more ROAS, right? So basically what we're seeing here is, like, the first learning is that Google seems to be a lot more, it doesn't seem to be, it is a lot more profitable, right? So the immediate question that one asks when you see these numbers is probably like, okay, then why didn't you guys just go in and invest more money on Google? And the simple answer is because we couldn't. We couldn't do this. We couldn't invest more money into Google simply because the platform wouldn't spend it. We would and this is just because of how Google works, right? A lot of this return on ad spend, a lot of these sales generated from Google were on branded search terms. So there's only a limited amount of people that know the brand right now because, like, it's brand new. We're just getting started. So not many people are searching for us on Google yet. So therefore it can't spend. And also it's a similar thing. So we're running I think it's a shopping campaign and a search terms campaign. So it's constrained by the amount of queries that people are typing into Google. Okay, so that's why this doesn't spend more. So obviously we can't pay the bills by just earning this amount of money. We have revenue targets, right, to keep the lights on. So enter Facebook. So as you can see here, there's a different thing, like a role that each channel plays. So Facebook is the provider for volume and traffic. It also will reach colder audiences and it will generate search intent for Google to capture. Okay, so kind of like the way I like to explain this is it's a push-pull movement. So Facebook pushes and Google pulls all of that demand in, right? What we see on Google is it's capturing all of the search intent and warmer traffic. That's why it's generating a higher return on ad spend and a lot more profits here. And but since it's constrained to search queries, it generates much lower volume. So like right off the bat, that's kind of like the nature of each channel. What we see now is like the key difference, right? How do I know which one I should be starting with? And it really depends. It depends on your product. So Google Ads are a fantastic place to start when you have someone that's searching for a product like right now. So if you are on a market, like if you're a dentist, or let's go to e-commerce, if you're in auto parts, right? Like there's specific people just looking for specific auto parts right now because their car broke or whatever. That's a great place for you to start, Google, right? Then for Facebook, I find that it's a lot more discovery based. So like you need to almost convince someone that they need your product, right? So if you have that kind of product, for example, a water bottle or similar, or coffee, or a phone case, if you have those types of products, then maybe Facebook is your play. Also, if you find that your product is more emotional than functional, if it covers more of an emotional need than a functional need, Facebook is a much better channel to communicate because it's just better in terms of multimedia, right? So, but the best way to use the two tools is kind of like on a one-two punch, uh, mechanism, right? So, like as we did here. So obviously, Facebook will generate demand and Google will capture it. That's how we've been using it, and that's how it's best. We can predictably scale accounts and reach our targets. Now, when to use each one? Again, I think that Facebook is fantastic for introducing your brand. So if you have a brand new store, this is great. You still don't know what works, and you need to start doing creative testing. Again, Facebook is fantastic for this because it's a lot cheaper and it's a lot more agile than Google. Google usually takes 2 weeks before you can actually understand the learnings, and you won't be able to spend money to learn. So it's kind of like a lot better. Facebook's a lot better on, for learning purposes. Also, if you have a physical product that can solve an emotional issue. So as I was saying, the best products on Facebook are products that actually touch on an emotion, right? So think of, I don't know, True Classic t-shirts saying that they will eliminate your love handles, right? It's not like you need another t-shirt, but yeah, you would love to look slimmer. So that's how you do it. You're not going to be looking for that on Google because you don't have that need, right? For Google Ads, though, we have had accounts that scale tremendously on Google Ads alone, but these are a lot more functional products. So, like car parts, kitchen items, those kinds of things. Like, I need, a backlight for my car. I'm gonna Google that. I'm not gonna be, served like, yeah, for my Honda Civic, I'm not gonna get a tail light ad on Facebook. No one does that. So like looking for it on Google will actually get me there. And if you do the Google ads, then you're gonna get on top of the search results, and that's what you really want there, right? So if you're on car parts, kitchen items, anything that has like a ton of SKUs, you definitely want to start using Google, right? Things that are more functional. Also, if you want to boost profitability, you definitely need to take Google into consideration. And also if you need consistency, because it has fewer ups and downs. It doesn't break as much. It doesn't, it requires very little optimization. So like once every 2 weeks, we'll do it and you'll start seeing better and better results. It's really like a lot more chill in terms of like work and time investment. So what's the best ecom strategy? For me, as I said, it's using both. And the way we usually do it is we start with Facebook ads. Why? Because we need to generate demand and warm up our audiences. We also need to do some creative testing to figure out what's the best message, what's the best type of image, what's the best type of ad. In this channel, we discuss the best types of ads. So there's another video here for that. Subscribe to the channel and like this video if you're finding it helpful. And you can find that video here as well. So you can generate demand and warm up audiences and do creative testing, figure out what works for your brand. And then you hit them with Google ads, which is performance max, branded search, shopping campaigns to capture those high intent buyers, right? So you're generating demand in one side and then you're capturing it with the other. And that's what will really help you, become more and more efficient. The better you become at those two things, the higher, scale you're going to reach. And finally, this is like another thing that's just going to take you to another level of profitability: email flows, especially your welcome flow. So having a proper welcome flow will capture uh, a sliver of all of the traffic that you're going to be sending to your website. And if you have a decent, discount code there, you're going to end up converting more people than what you would have originally. For us, email flows sold an additional $5,000 on top of what we had generated here. So our overall MER, our marketing efficiency ratio, or our ecosystem ROAS for this brand for January was 2.3, which is fantastic because we're overachieving our target, right? So that's, like in a nutshell, the strategy. What is better for Facebook ads versus Google ads? Real numbers: $13,000 of our own money for January. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your comments. What are your questions? What would you like to see in this channel? We would love to know. Thank you. Like and subscribe if this was helpful. We'll see you around. Cheers.